Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk to you about a next-gen technology that we know is going to change the future of education, augmented reality. My name is Lane Demopoulos.
And I'm Ria Bhatia, and we're the co-founders of Rain Reality. So when I was in high school and I took a biology class, we were learning about different plant life and cells, but I was never able to conceptualize any of these concepts. I ended up getting one of the worst grades I did in high school in that subject, and that turned me away from biology forever. And then I took AP Computer Science my senior year, and I was actually able to see all the concepts in my real life. I was able to make something, create something, and that's why I was passionate. I became passionate about it, and I'm a computer science major today.
A lot of students actually struggle the same way that Ria did, that they don't feel passionate about the subject of material because they don't understand it at first. Actually, 62% of fourth graders, 66% of eighth graders, and 78% of 12th graders all performed below proficiency in science in 2015. And this is a major problem because there's going to be over 2.6 million job vacancies in STEM by 2020. So what happens when our students are not understanding material, are not getting engaged? They're not going to go into STEM. So this is a major problem that we need to address.
All right, so currently in the classrooms, we've been using 2D materials. So this is textbooks, worksheets, things like that. And then we saw a shift. We started to see digital content, so now all this content is more available to students. But we believe in our company that we're going to be transforming from 2D material to 3D material through augmented reality. And that means that you can see virtual objects right in front of you, you can interact with them, and you can move around your space.
So there are many benefits to augmented reality. Industry has recognized some of them. The first one being that it's very accessible. Virtual reality requires a clunky, expensive headset and a computer connected to, but augmented reality you can actually experience on your phones and tablets, which not a lot of people recognize. And schools and districts have one-to-one tablet programs, so it's very easy for them to use augmented reality. Another benefit is that augmented reality allows students to experience things they never would have been able to experience before. Let's talk about cells, let's talk about planets. If you ever think about what you learned about in high school earlier than that, it was like worksheets, it was PowerPoint slides, but it didn't allow you to see it right in front of you and you couldn't interact with that material. And it's super important to interact with material to actually understand it. And this is not only just for K through 12, but you can actually use it for university education and for e-learning as well.
All right. So we've been working with our first client. It's a Penn State nature preserve where we've been building an app so visitors can walk around their trails and learn about different Pennsylvania critters in AR. So for example, this bobcat would be in its habitat, and then we also have an assessment feature where we have visitors picking what the right answer is, and we can see their input from there. And we also have a team of about 6 developers and about 6 business development members. We're all really passionate about education.
So what is our company doing for AR? Is we're building a platform that has 3 major components to bring augmented reality to K through 12 classrooms. The first one is a module creator. So why do we want a module creator for teachers? Is that teachers usually do share material with each other and they use textbook material, but they end up changing it so that it works with what they're actually presenting to students in classrooms. So this module creator allows teachers to actually build their own augmented reality learning module. Think about a Weebly or a PowerPoint where teachers can drag and drop into a space. That's how easy this will be for teachers. And you might be thinking, well, this is a lot of time to do this. It's really hard. Teachers don't have a lot of time in their school day to do this. However, with artificial intelligence, we're making it super easy. So all they have to do is input a lesson plan, whether it be PowerPoint presentation, a Word doc, or a Google doc. And then what happens is our program will find keywords there that connect back to our 3D model database animations and create this template for them that's ready to go. And then they have the opportunity to augment space around it, add titles, notes on the side, even little quizzes, and that will allow them to really create this learning module for their class specifically.
So the next component is our community feature. So we know that teachers are already sharing their content from PowerPoints and lectures, so why don't they just share their learning modules in AR too? We believe that the early adopters will be building this content out, and eventually we'll be creating this ecosystem of teachers where they're building modules and also sharing it.
Our third component is our activities. We'll be working with STEM providers and STEM resellers to augment the content that they're already providing to schools. That way we can offer a bundle that they have their content and then we add augmented reality on top of that. And these activities are special because not only will they conform to state standards for learning, but they'll also allow students to actually interact with material. So imagine a student learning about the mitosis of a cell or understanding the laws of gravity in a game-like manner and allow them to really experience this independently or with their peers and teachers.
So now we're going to go through a couple competitors. The first is zSpace, where they have a desktop kind of clunky component, and then you can use a stylus and glasses to see different virtual objects right in front of you. Well, the only thing is you can't walk around these objects. You can't see it in your space. So that's how we're bringing augmented reality to the space instead.
Another potential competitor is Eon Reality. They've created a library of AR and VR modules, and though it's pretty great, it doesn't allow the teacher to actually change any of it, to customize it for their classrooms, which we think is super important for classrooms. And the third competitor is Nearpod. They're an amazing company. They allow teachers to create their own learning modules and then share it for profit. However, they've just started to explore virtual reality, doing virtual field trips, and the teachers can augment that virtual field trip for their classroom. But we believe that augmented reality is so much more powerful because virtual reality takes you away from the classroom, it puts you on Mars, it puts you in a rainforest. But augmented reality allows you to stay in your classroom with your peers and teachers, and you don't have to leave to learn something new. You can stay with everybody. You can see the rainforest right here in front of you. It's really powerful. So how are we actually taking this to market? We have two different pathways. So one, we're going to be building our MVP through the next 6 to 8 months, and then we'll be targeting STEM providers and STEM resellers to augment their activities through the activities we've already talked about. And the second part is we want teachers to be able to independently create their own augmented reality learning modules. So what we're going to be doing is having a teachers pay teachers sort of financial model where teachers can then build and sell their learning modules to others. This will allow for a fast turnaround, and students will be able to use augmented reality in the classrooms as soon as we can. So what do I do for the company is I'm the head of business development, and my background is in biomedical engineering at Penn State. And though you may be thinking, well, that's not really education related, I've actually been able to apply a lot of the engineering methodology that I learned in my major to the design problems that I encounter for our company.
So I'm a computer science major. I've been part of major tech companies. I've been a program manager, so I understand the development life cycle. Okay, so in the past couple semesters, we've made some ripples in Penn State. We're part of an accelerator program, and from there we've been part of multiple pitch competitions.
So we'd like to thank our advisors, David Blake and Tim Duda from Verifition and from Degreed. We're open to starting conversations with anybody who's willing to augment our company. We are reimagining the future of education.
And we hope you can reimagine it with us.
Thank you.